Good morning. Hi. Oh my god. Aaron, Des, and Genya, you guys are early. What the hell? I wasn't expecting anyone to be up at this hour. Even though I know it's like 11:22 a.m. Most normal people will be up by this hour, but we aren't really normal people. So how's everyone's day been going? We're on leave the whole week. Congratulations. Hi, bitch. Sorry, let me like take a bite out of my apple. I'm still trying to blink away. I'm trying to blink away my allergy, like my very irritated eyes. They are getting better. It's just that it's horrible when I go to sleep and horrible when I wake up. And I think it's just the dust. I get a jab in an hour, so I'm up. Okay. I get. I Wakari Mars. So anyway, while you guys hear me chewing on my apple, I went and got myself a digital copy of the Arknights official artworks volume 3 and 4. These are the copies that I have IRL, and I think it's safe for me to say that like I own these books so I can show it on stream. Like I didn't want to. I don't own volume 1 and 2, so I feel like it's a little bit illegal. But for me it's just a bit too. The actual books are huge, so like I thought that it would be better if I just downloaded the digital copies of this just for stream the stream purposes. Yeah. And like I was thinking that I will drag in a page that I'm looking at, and then we can go through it. I'll do some research on the character, on their lore, and then I'll start doing like design like breakdown, and let's just see where we go. I honestly do not know how this is gonna turn out. But that is the plan, okay? Really crunchy apples, lovely. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is maybe let me bring up the album in a separate window. Might be better. You guys can see what I'm looking at. Let me add window capture. Let me just make sure that like you guys, even if you look at my PC, my folders, you don't get to see anything that's secret. Okay. Oh wait, actually, properties. Transition. Okay. Let me drag this over. It's a little messy. Bear with me. I'll switch things up once we get a move on. So this is volume 4. And we will start with operator designs. I'm gonna look for operators that are somewhat similar to the commission I have, so probably a little bit more Chinese in design. One with a sword. And maybe some designs that are red, primarily red or pink in color. And we'll see how they do their work. Uppenholtz. Or if you guys have any like characters that you wish for me to look up, I could give it a try. I could go and try to find them. All these are like the altars. Oh my god. This is Pozemka, right? Okay, wait. Let me drag Pozemka over. Because she's red and pink. So I did some I did browse through both volume 3 and volume 4. And I realized that like volume 4 has a lot of altars in it, and the art style actually differs really slightly. And I'll try to point out why in a bit. Let me pull out Canterbury as well. I think Canterbury is a good candidate because of her highlights. Melinar, Highmore. Make it a little bit bigger for you guys. Okay, here we go. She is gorgeous, actually. She's an Aegir. I've never seen her before. Highmore. She's like, she has a Reaper scythe. That's nice. Oh, hey, Stainless. Okay, let's drag him in. This is Ginya's, one of Ginya's favorite operators. And let me drag in his character sheet here. Just tile them up neatly. Oh, that reminds me. Let me go and grab this one for Pozemka as well. And let me just move her up. So the program I'm using on the left side, the far left side, is called PureRef. For those who aren't familiar with PureRef, it's widely used in the industry to just gather references. We can drag and drop images from anywhere, as long as it's in a readable format. And you can just save it, and it will save as like the same resolution as it is. So the files can get really big, but they are very convenient. We can add notes and draw over the saved images on the board as well. And this program is incredibly lightweight, and we can actually like bring it over on like a thumb drive and stuff, so you don't have to install it on like a single PC. It's portable. I've been using it since I was in doing my art studies in school, so it's been around for a long time and it's free. If you guys are ever interested or you guys need like a reference program, I highly recommend PureRef. PureF? P-U-R-E? Let me type it out. PureF. Ooh, read. Huh. Puzzle. Chongyue. Okay, I'm gonna pull out Chongyue as well because he is a Faranmit. Well, part of a Faranmit. Lin. Oh yes, Tyrion. So, my client's OC, her stature and like her general build is actually based on Tyrion, because I was asking if like she wanted like more of a fighter stance, and I sent like Tyrion's like art, and she was like, yeah, I quite like Tyrion and I quite like the OC to be based on it, and I'm like, okay. Ah, too bad. Okay, we have quite a lot to look through, but this is good. More to study, the better. You're welcome, Aaron. Ines. Ooh. Any sword user so far, actually? Executor. I wasn't really paying attention to the sword part, my bad. Get so distracted. Good morning, maybe. Gotta go, morning chores done. Alright. Let's see. Oh, sword. Delphine. That's fair. Let me see if I can pull one out. Oh, Virtuosa. I so do love Virtuosa, and it's totally not because she has a cello as her weapon. Oh, Viviana. I'm just trying to see if that like I visually like or enjoy anything, and I'll just consider pulling it out. Let's see. Outfit selection. Ooh, Gladia. Like in the physical copies, I have like bookmarked some stuff. I typically get art books and then put tabs, those paper tabs on it, so that I can refer back to things that I like to see. Ooh. But since this is the digital copy, it's a little bit more difficult, and we'll have to do it in this manner. Kazemaru. Oh, lovely. Oh, these are so lovely. This art of Rosmontes is insane. I just love the little wing. The blade wing. Let me pull this out. I think this is useful to look at. The skateboard is so cute. Acid drop. It has a handprint on it. Do you even see it in the art? You do. Oh, that's so cute. Also, it's like bright daylight right now, so you can hear the birds going off in the background. My bad. The flock is calling. I will have to feed them later, but later in the day. Ooh, look at the bow. Pozemka again. Suzerain! Suzerain is so cute! Oh my god. I feel like I'm window shopping for a good design. They're all good designs, but one that's good to study. Oh yes, corset. Spectre. Ah. Oh, chin? Actually? Very useful. Let's pull this out. Oh, I love this skin of Lumen. I freaking love Lumen. Like, what a gorgeous skin. Oops. There we go. Irene. Fartooth Shalom. Oh, cute. Actually, I do like the color scheme. Let's pull out one more, and then I think we can call it for volume 4. Hello, thank you for the follow, Woody7942. Ooh, look at that. Hi. Welcome. We are all currently studying the Arknights artworks. Oh, this is a perfect color scheme actually. So I'm looking for something that's like primarily red, white, black, pink, gold. And in fact, actually, Fia Meta? Isn't this a firebird? Isn't this a vermilion bird? Hold up. Okay, I will need to look up Fia Meta. And I said that will be it for volume 4. I have volume 3, so let me pull it up. And I want to see if there are anything worth looking at. Okay. Fia Meta's gorgeous. So for context, I have a client I have to do a character design for, and it's based she requested Arknights OC design, and her character is based on Firebird, or the Vermilion Bird, or Suzaku, and it's supposed to be a Faranmit, so I have to design a Faranmit. So in this case, I am doing some research. Laterano is good. I love Laterano. Virtuosa. Let's see. Let me bring up volume 3. So for all legal purposes, I own volume 3 and 4. I just don't want to use a webcam to show the books because that will be very counterproductive to my time. So we're using a downloaded version of the 2 art books, and I think that since I own it, you know, this isn't too illegal. Ah, mountain. Okay, so when I was looking through briefly last night between the 2 volumes, I noticed that volume 4 has a lot of the altar art, which I said earlier. But because it's altar art, usually they don't adhere to this like very uniformed character design style, I must say. What I noticed in Volume 3 is that a lot of the original character sprites, they are shaded with very monochromatic palettes. So as you can see, I mean, Mountain is black and white, definitely, but you can tell that it's shaded with grays. Kafka, not so much. Robin, you can tell as well. Like, it's so monochromatic with like a very brief highlight of you know, special color here and there, like the subtle dirty yellow. You can tell pine cone, pinecone, pine cone as well. They are all shaded with this very muted colors. I wouldn't say exactly it's shaded with black, but you can tell that the artist definitely mixed in more black tones into their art. Archetto done by oh my god, sorry guys, names are not popping up to me. Alchemaniac, yeah, Alchemaniac. Alchemaniac's style is very heavily he uses a lot of black lines, so you can tell even in the sketch. So when he renders it out, you can tell that it retains its form using the black lines. Quite lovely, quite lovely. I think honestly good to study. Let me drag this over. So I'm accumulating a bunch of refs at the side on this program called Pure Ref, and we will take a look at them more in depth in a bit. I can see like Beanstalk as well has the same. I think this is the same artist as Kafka. I can see the black tones. They don't use blues. They don't use like purples too much. It's really just very monochromatic, actually. This one too. I mean, look at them. They're all shaded with black tones, even Dusk. Like the dress. So I think like if you look at the Arknights character versus like a MiHoYo verse character, you can kind of tell where they come from just from this. Like when they first announce a character, typically they will look like this. Compared to like maybe the alter art. Alter art tends to be a bit more loose. Like they have like really fantastical kinds of like rendering styles. Even look at Passenger. It always goes to like this like gradient from like the top all the way to like the bottom. It's like a white to a black tone shading. Like look at them. Oh my god. Scotty too. Like even this alter art of hers. It's entirely black tone, and even the highlights in the background, you can tell it's like a light blue. It's just like it's like a light gray blue. Very cool toned. They are all very cool toned. Like, yep, Calcit, Gladia, Akafuyu. Every one of them is cool toned actually. And I'm not sure if you guys can see, but even in the window over here, I would say that the only one that is truly like warm toned is probably Pozemka. Actually, no, even the pinks are cool toned. Fiametta is slightly more towards the warm side, but that's because she's like a firebird. Let's try this one here. Let me find a good example of the shading that I want to achieve. I wanna find one that to settle on for a rendering style. I do like La Pluma. Like, look at this art. It's freaking crazy, dude. Like, the hell. Cool toned once again. Cool toned, cool toned. Maybe whoever is scanning this, their printer is also cool toned. I don't know. Their scanner is cool toned. But I know for a fact that all the characters are very consistent in regardless. Fartooth. Ooh. Oh, these designs, lovely. I so love Flametail. She's one of my first few operators in Arknights. Let's see. Let's drag her over. I'm getting a bunch of red-black characters, so that I can try to use that as reference for the color palette. So, because currently I do have the design. I was working on it the other night, but it feels more like a MiHoYo character, and I don't really like that. Ah, golden glue. GG. Okay, you know what? Sure. I love Nami. I'll drag her child in. I'll study it. Oh. Ah, OG Fia meta. Okay, let's drag her in. Let's see. Oh, pink, red, black, gold. I've never seen this operator. This might be an excessive amount of reference, but I think, you know what? All the better. Okay, let's see if we want to look at anything. Ooh. I'm gonna start skimming through so we can get started. But usually, I do believe that like a good setup will pay off. When you do your research and you do your studies, you spend more time on it. I think it does pay off. Oh, this is so cute. Hello, yo, Mountain, yo. Whoa. I have not seen this. Oh, wow. This is freaking gorgeous. Let me just pull it out. There's something about using the hummingbirds to like cut through the silhouette. That's amazing. Angelina, Ayafala. Pa-pa-pa. Polka. Oh, cute! This skin of Myrtle. I don't remember this one. I'm a very on-off Arknights player. Like when I see events that I wanna indulge myself in, then I'll come back. But I typically don't spend too much time on gacha games. I try not to. Because inherently, I do feel that the way gacha games are designed, it's smart. And it does what it does very well, which is to sap a lot of time and money from its players. And while they may be fun, oftentimes I try not to indulge myself in those because it's just not super productive of my time. Let's see. Yeah, I think this person's scanner has like a little tone to it. So everything is kind of cool toned in this manner. If I whip out my book right now, I could probably tell the difference. I have volume 3 in front of me actually. Let me just make sure real quick. Okay. Oh, this is heavy. Like, I love the books so much. They are volume 3, especially because the cover is like it's the Abyssal Hunters. I really love the Abyssal Hunters. Okay, I must say that they are not the tones that I see here are not too different, but it is slightly desaturated. So if I look at Dusk, I pull out Dusk, right? I think I pull out Dusk. Where is Dusk? Did I not pull out Dusk? I pull out the skin of Dusk. Okay. Let me find Archetto. Do I have her here? Oh, I do. It's just that the blacks are a lot stronger, but the tones are cool toned. It's all still very cool toned. Okay. Yeah, they aren't really that different. Sorry if all these like terminologies are sounding a little bit alien to you guys. I'll try to explain them. I'll try to explain them as I look through the stuff. Okay, let me close this one. And let me open up CSP. Okay, but first, I want to look up Fia Meta Arknights. And I'm gonna read through what she's supposed to be. Senior special correspondent of the Laterano Notarial Hall. Alright. I did play a bit of some of the events here and there. And while I didn't really play through the main Laterano events, I did play through the one with Ebonholtz. What's it called again? It was the very German one. Like very hard to remember the name on my end. I'm so bad with names. But I'm very familiar with the Halo. Not Sarkaz. What is that race again? I'm really so bad with names. But it's the Halo characters. I know the lore, and I know the big lore reveal on what they actually are. Ah, she's a Liberi. Perfect. Okay. Based on Phoenix and mythologies. Okay, I want to look at more of the Liberi characters because I want to see how they draw their ears. I know some of them fan outwards, some upwards, and some frontwards, which is quite cute. I had no idea that Grainbuds was a Liberi, and now that I look at her, okay. Some of them have ears, like human ears, and some don't. Actually, a lot of them do have human ears. Okay. Actually, I do like the ones that fan upwards. It's so Let me just put this in. I so adore it when it fans upwards like that. That's so cute. I like that. Okay. Now that I have more context on her, let's get back to the drawing board and let's take a look. So I'm going to take a look at Tyrion first because, well, that is my direct point of reference. And let me open up my canvas, the correct one that I was working on. So this is what I have currently. Not fantastic. Not quite there yet, but I did my best to polish it up just a little bit, so that I know what to work on. We did some notes on it the other day on what I felt I needed to work on, and I think that there is a lot of room for improvement. Also, let me make sure that one PNG final design, decorations in relation to character. Full reference sheet with 2 half bodies, expressions, and a weapon. Okay. Full body character front, full body character back, 3/4 angle, additional details. Okay. Just making sure I know my full scope. Because this is a character sheet design, right? So commission. So it has to have the whole character sheet, like something like this, at the end of it when I submit it. So yeah, I'm just making sure that I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna pull 1 or 2 out that I think is more useful for this. Definitely gonna pull out Fiametta. Let me grab her. Oh, the paste. Alright. I'm gonna do a color palette extraction. So when I'll just try to color pick some colors from this. Okay, so this is like the color of the cloak. This is her hair. And then you have the white. Oops. Blacks. The grays that I used. Just an extraction to see what color palette that they fell on. They decided to use. Shiny. Yep. Okay, so that is the color palette. Hardly anything else, actually. Very lovely and simple. Let me hide that. Let me grab another one. Let's see. Let's grab paprika. Okay, so she has brown hair. I love the way it's shaded, actually. I'll use this as reference. Also, like, I must say that, even though I do work on character design sheets and stuff like that, I would say that at the moment I'm still quite inexperienced. Like, I'm not super comfortable with the workflow yet, and that is why I have subjected myself to this journey of learning as I go. And in return, I think that, like, I might improve, but as a trade-off, I'm spending a lot more time on the commission than I should be spending on it. So in fact, like, whatever I'm charging it's already quite pricey, but it's definitely not enough to cover the amount of time I spent on it. So I think that might be a skill issue on my end. But I signed myself up for this. This is what I chose to do. So a cool tone shading. Let me put my color wheel on back there. Yeah. So what I mean by cool tones is that, as you can see, like the blacks, all of them have like a lighter like shading in between, I guess. And you can tell that like these are like in the greens and in the blues when you look at the color wheel. So that's what I mean by cool toned. And when it comes to like the reds, like the warm tones, right? They are not, how do I say this? They still lie closer to like the blacks, which makes them a little cooler in tone. These are warm. This is warm, but these are warm actually. These are warm. And these are cold. So you can tell that the darker shades always lean to the colder side. And looking at this girl's design, I quite enjoy the shapes that are carved out by like her inner shirts and stuff, like all of this. I think in Arknights, like the details and how grounded the designs are matter a lot, as compared to Hoyoverse characters. Hoyoverse characters, for example, like you take Finon and Maide. So Finon, I'm not so sure where his origins are. I know it's some Elysium place, okay? Like I know the name is based on Elysium, alright? But if you look at characters in let's say Amphorius and Honkai Star Rail, a lot of them, they don't have a unified look to them. Because for one, they sell the characters as individual products. I would say that's what they're trying to do. But when it comes to like anchoring them in the world itself, if you look at Anaxa and the other like scholars, are these called scholars? They don't look in any way alike. Like And if you tell me that, you know, Anaxa came from the same place, or as I don't know, another character, like another one of these characters in the whole cast, they look nothing alike, and I wouldn't be able to tell that they are from the same place. And that's what I mean by they're not very grounded to the environment design. Whilst in a lot of other games, for example, like Fire Emblem, Tree Houses, you can clearly tell when a whole group of students is from what's the area called again? Oh god. Blue Lions. Okay, let's just take for example. This is the first thing that pops up to my mind anyway. For Blue Lions, for Fargus, yes, you can tell they're all from Fargus because of the thick coats that they wear. They have a lot of fur on them, and they're generally more heavy. Like the outfits are a little bit more heavy. Even the more agile characters, they're still decked out in fur. So you can tell that they are from Fargus. Compared to, let's say, the Golden Deers, their outfits are more they have more drapery to them, and they have different elements, like in terms of like fabric weight, fabric types, you know, it all plays into the design very well. Like you can tell straight up just looking at the character, like you know where they're from. So similar to Arknights, Arknights does this very well as well. For them, they have one very easy trait to identify where they're from, and that's their animal characteristics. But even so, if you look at an A-gear, you can tell that they're most likely an A-gear because of how uniformly sleek they look. Another example is like Flametail. Flametail and a bunch of other operators, they have this very, I'm pretty sure it's because it's from the same artist, but they have this very geometric look to their whole art. They always have this pattern to them, and that's what keeps them very unified. They have this layer of like what you call it? It looks like insulation. Like they wear this layer of insulation and then a little bit of armor. All of them are like this. So you can identify that they're from like maybe not the same area, but maybe from the same faction. And that's what I love so much about character design, is when they are subtly identifiable. And while I might enjoy characters from Honkai Star Rail or like any other MiHoYo game maybe, I don't really agree with their design choices. Most of the time, it's like, dude, I wish they all had some form of unity. Yeah. Let me take a sip of my tea. Let me throw the references into a single layer, in a single folder. I can feel the non-verbal part of me coming out. Give me a second. Let me rewire my brain a little bit. It wants to lock in so bad. But first, and I realized that a lot of the details in like Arknights characters, like for example like the bows, even the way that they wear the armor, everything is very grounded in a sense where it makes it's it's ridiculous, but it makes some sense. Like, look at this, like the contraptions, and it, they are, you know, the serrated edge here before it becomes a blade, and I just love that so much. You know, there's straps here, straps there. A lot of it, feels a lot more realistic with the amount of detail they are rendered in compared to like an average MiHoYo character. Partially because I know MiHoYo, they consider that it has to be built into a 3D model, and they have to optimize it in a certain way. So I'm guessing that's why like the designs are, a lot of them looks like printed patterns on their cloaks and on maybe like their scarves and stuff like that, rather than it being like individual elements like you know, like a lot of stuff you see on the belt over here. Like this might be a bit too much for a 3D model for the engine to handle, you know. And that's just a rough guess. I don't know actually for sure why they designed their characters like that. But for Arknights, because they have the luxury of going into like crazy detail because they're all in 2D. I will not touch the kind of worms that is Enfield designs. So going off by what we have gathered so far on the designs that we have looked at, I can already tell the problem with my design. One of it is the color palette. So I'm gonna hide the notes that I made first, and I'm gonna try to fix it. I think up to here, it's okay-ish. Until I get down here, and suddenly the stockings color don't make sense. And that's because I merged in like an overlay layer to try to get some saturation in it, but that's actually not what I should be doing. So to correct that, I'm gonna add some blacks to it, mix in some color, going over it with light and opacity. I'm gonna use the two color palettes that I extracted out earlier. Let me make it bigger. The time now is 12:14. It's been an hour since we started, and I think that this is a good pace. I'm sorry if this stream is a little bit more dry or if it's a bit too technical, because honestly, my sole purpose here today is to study and to lock the fuck in, because I've been procrastinating on this. It's a big undertaking, and all the more I've been like, oh, kind of just struggling. Like, the more I look at it, the more I know that something's wrong. But I have to face it because I need to finish this. I have a lot of other things that I have to do as well. I have a lot more commitments I have to do. So I've been focusing on some of them first, like the easier ones to clear. But this is one of the bigger ones that have been like holding me back a little bit. And I don't think it's good for me to procrastinate on a commission piece that has been paid for. To be fair, I've not taken the payment yet, but yeah, we prioritize. We prioritize in this house, guys. We had to be responsible. My deadline is in August. So technically I still have time, but I don't want to spend too much time on it. Other commissions I have to focus on are Tapi's VTuber model. And Ginya has a couple of MVs that he has sent in to me. I have to work on those too. And I have another MV from another friend. Those are relatively easier because MV art typically is quite free and easy. I don't have to do any studies whatsoever. Okay, I need to let you guys know in advance, but I may need to go to the toilet in a bit. I feel my tummy rumbling, but it's unexpected. So right now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add some I'm going to change the color wheel to about like a teal, and I'm gonna add some dark teals, very dark teals, some shading here to add in more of that cool tones into the darks, the shadows. That length is good. Yo, what the bird's up to? Yo. For all I know, they just slapped on like a gradient map on top of it, honestly. Gradient maps are very useful because they take the value of any color and they convert it into a different color. So the way it's applied, they have like many uses, and you can drastically change like the color tones and the mood of like a painting just by using a gradient map. And I think that's what a lot of them do, actually, because there is a method of painting where you paint in grayscale, so black and white, monochromatic, and then you just add a gradient map and then you paint over it again. So that's how you kind of add like color to your design, and keep it like very uniform. It doesn't make sense when I describe it to you, but like if you actually see it in practice, it's a lot more. It makes a lot more sense, and it's a lot more faster actually. You know what? I might do that right now. Let's see. So correction layer, gradient map. You guys can't see the window because it's not attached to Clip Studio's main window. But move this aside. So it matches the value to a different color palette, and then it changes the tone quite a bit. So for example, I use this and then I change this layers effect to maybe a soft light. And you can tell immediately that it's a lot cooler because I use like a orange to purple gradient. Actually, this looks pretty good. Let's see. Let's clip it to this one. Trying to find a good gray so that I can like check the transparency of the colors. So let's say I don't want it to be too harsh. I can adjust it a little bit. I think about 60% is good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that little detail that I like, which is the ear like thing. I'm gonna bring out what's the name again? The shading. Paprika. So what I realized is that there's a light source that is slightly coming from like the front of their faces for a lot of the character stills that they do. So if to visualize it, I guess it's kind of like this, the light source, and if this is the cross section and this is the middle, the light's kind of pointing like this direction towards them. So on the outer edges, like over here, the outer edges over here, it's a bit darker because the light doesn't hit it. What I'm seeing in the reference. I'm gonna use some blacks to color in. Also, the reason why I'm making comparisons between Arknights and, let's say, a Hoyoverse character design is because most people like to reference MiHoYo character designs without really knowing that, like, you know, the difference in the character designs are actually so vast. It's like if you're telling me to make maybe you can do a challenge, like we make Finon or you make My Demos and Arknight's character design, and I tell you that the difference, the amount of change that you have to go through will be incredibly drastic. I'm quite sure. And my client wanted to reference a Genshin sword and a Wuthering Waves character. I would say Wuthering Waves character designs are a lot more on a scale, they are a lot closer to an Arknight's character, but still not quite there. Because all WoWa characters are just I don't know what to say about it. It's good. I enjoy the designs, but everyone looks like they're from the same place, you know, which is the opposite of the problem here. That MiHoYo faces is that they look very similar. And there's no, and in exchange there's still no defining trait. Like, like I can't tell the difference between whether they're from one area or the other. I'm gonna redo the ears. I'm not too happy with it. So what I'll do is, where is my favorite brush? Oh, here it is. Yum yum yum. Trying to add more cool tones into the highlights. I genuinely like to define the back of the hair with a bit of a value change. So, you know, it starts out a little lighter and then goes into the actual hair color. Oh, so handsome, pretty. Oh yeah, they are androgynous female character, so meant to be a bit more handsome. Female character that's a bit more handsome. So I guess I'm doing my job right if that's the case. But yes, I tried previously I tried to highlight the back of the hair with reds, but in exchange that kind of doesn't fit the usual Arknights character rendering style, so I have to change that. Just right here. Okay, light source. Let me add a little tinge of red. Actually, let me look up what is the actual shade of vermilion? Vermilion red. Oh. Oh. Because this is the vermilion bird, she better have vermilion in her, right? Like she gotta have the vermilion in her. But I'll decide where to place that later. Let's just darken the eyes a little bit. And let's put the vermilion in there. Okay, let's copy this and paste it on the other side. Oh, did I do it on different layers? I probably did. Ah, my bad. I'm not very careful with my layers, am I? Okay, there we go. horizontal. Ba, 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 ba. So this is one option. Let me... Sorry, let me do some layer management first. I am not painting in optimal fashion. Push that down. So we have the feather ears. Let's see, lock this and wrong layer to lock this one. I think that's kind of cute. Maybe not the best yet, but that's kind of cute. I can see it working out in a way. Let's try a different method. We'll save that, but let's try a different method. Oops. This part was erased. I'm actually curious, Woody. Are you Korean? Your name is in Korean, but you're talking in English, so I'm quite curious. I do not know a wink of the language, except for 안녕하세요, and that's it. I do intend to try to implement like a language translator, but I need to know like if it will be of any use, because if my audience is entirely in English, then it will be of no use. But if there are like friends from like viewers from other countries who need a translation, I will implement one. I am good at Korean. I got Josut in Korean. Oh my god. No, I'm not. That's the only word I know. There are a couple of plugins out there that I've been looking at, and for translations. And I'll do my very best to speak with clarity so that they work. Let me push the reference aside. Actually, I do realize it's taking quite a bit of screen space. There we go. Okay, transition. Pop. Only Korean I know is. I'm not sure how to say that. Okay, I do know another couple of words from Korean, but it's stuff that I learned from my friends, which I don't think it's. I don't think it's so appropriate. It's like when something goes wrong, most of the time we are like, ashbal. And I don't think, I have no idea what that means. It's like, ah, fuck. I think that's the equivalent. She bald, bruh. It's like I'm calling someone bald. And I'm not saying it right. Wings. Yo, 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 I'm having a language class right now. Hey, Hakon. You guys watch a lot of K-drama? Okay, let's try the other ears I was thinking of. I'm not so sure about it. Let me just put this behind instead. Give me a second, let me adjust my headphones. Ugh. Okay. I'm wearing like a headband to keep my fringe up because it irritates my eyes as well. My eyes have been just so dry the past couple of weeks. Not sure what's happening. Actually, is this too much? Hold on, let me flip it around and put it on the other side. Yeah. Well, I think it's it has potential. I don't. Maybe I'll save it and I'll send it to the client and see what she thinks. But what do you guys think? I don't know. The silhouette looks very messy at the moment to me. So, like the overall shape of her head is just so much going on. Sorry, thinking about my apple. My apple's really crunchy. I feel like I understand why people would say this looks like a Genshin character because she looks like that one character from, is it Inazuma? There's this one boy? I don't play Genshin, so like I do not know the characters that well, except for the occasional yaoi pairing that I see a lot. Oh, that's so much going on actually. I mean, I do not really like that. Maybe a bit more intentional. Maybe a singular red feather. I personally think that a lot of VTuber designs always fall into this category. Like the more generic designs, they fall into this category of like, let's put a bunch of like elements together that is popular and then we think it works. And I think when you're designing a game-like character, you tend to fall into the same trap, and I think it's just so boring. I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. I don't know if anyone's able to tell when that happens, but to me it's just like I can tell when it happens. It's very annoying. I'm just, I want to teach people to recognize good design. Maybe the rage streak should be on the other side. Let's see. I think that's cooler. The reds are a bit different. Let me fix that. I'm gonna fix that. Super wings. Nando de more. Nando de mosquito. Interesting. My stomach hasn't decided to explode itself yet. Let's see. We'll see in like a half an hour if I need to like BRB. TMI maybe. What did I eat? All I ate yesterday. Oh wait, give me a second. Sorry, you just reminded me of what I had in my bag that I needed to take out because it was okay, so to answer your question, I ate enoki and cabbage rolls, and that's all I ate. I ate enoki and cabbage rolls that I cooked. I wrapped them in like the rice paper thingy, and then I fried them, and that's all I ate for lunch and dinner. But I had 2 rings of calamari that I stole from Axia, and then I have popcorn. So I went to watch Backrooms last night. And there was way too much popcorn, so I just brought the whole, like, I have half a jumbo bucket in front of me, and I completely forgot about it. It was in my bag. Thank you for the follow, Berry Lullaby. Welcome. Oh, come on. It's kind of deflated. Damn it. But anyway, yeah, I panicked because, there was a high chance that it would have attracted ants. But thankfully, no, it hasn't. It's like an open bucket. if you guys intend to watch the back rooms, how can I see why? I think it was you, right, who recommended to watch the online series first, like the short clips first. Yeah. Like I know they exist, and I watched like a couple of them before. And I can completely understand why you'd say to like you recommend people to watch it first, because I mean it's by the same director, the guy who made those videos, and then he got brought on to direct this film, and it is definitely just his take on like how the backrooms is like, and it was a lot more enjoyable for me than it was for like some of the other people that I watched with. Because I understood what the backrooms is kind of based on. But for them, it's just like, what the hell did I just watch? Which is so unfortunate, you know, like, Can I watch it with my eyes closed 50% of the time? Honestly, it's not that bad. A lot of it is tension and, not a lot of jump scares, I think. You get spooked a little bit, but then it's okay. It's more on how gross it can be. Trying to see if any variation in the wing ears thingy makes it look a little bit better. Paint on the wrong layer again. Okay. If I'm working with this, let's look at the notes that I added the other day. Okay, we have tackled some variations with the ears. We can do a bit on the hair. Let's see. Oof. Maybe a little bit spikier. Piss me off. You know what this hair is? It's literally the PvP hair from like FF14. Wait. Shit. Okay, let's not think about that. Let's ah! I don't know how it ended up like this. I swear. I swear there was a difference. I swear there was a difference. That wasn't the intention. Such devastation. It was not my intention. Okay, let me color code this to red. You guys can't see it, but like I color coded the ear layers to red so I don't touch it. back to the back rooms. I do recommend you guys watching the series that is currently on YouTube. It's like the found footage kind of series, or at least watch through some of the games that have been released. A lot of them are indie, a lot of them are inspired by the back rooms, and it's like individual takes on what the back rooms is like. But it can give you the rough idea on what it kind of is. It's good to do some research on like the concept of the back rooms first before watching the movie. Or if you're just interested in like the lore and stuff, it's pretty cool. I do enjoy. We had a bunch of really annoying polytechnic students in front of us during the movie. It was this guy just like commentating on it non-stop and trying to get attention from his friends throughout the movie. And there was several people who had to shush him because he just kept on talking throughout the movie. It was so annoying. Like, where's the movie etiquette here, guys? Where's the theater etiquette? Theater etiquette. Theater etiquette. Yeah. So bad. Like, why? Like, why do you have to talk during the show? You know, the guy is just like, oh my god, is that his workplace? Oh, why did he do that? He's stupid. You know, like, people voicing that out during the movie, like, shut the fuck up. What if... I think that's kind of cute. It's the little red points. What if I made it bigger? Oh, I actually looks cuter when it's bigger. Okay, hold on. Does it look more like an Arknights character? What do you guys think? Hair. Let me add a screen. That's not a very inspiring response, Hakon, but thank you for your honesty. I put my ass to work. I'll put my ass to work. Okay, give me a second. I will add more things. Actually, I feel like this coat could use some work. Let's work on that. Whole ass, truly. My motto for the past month or so has been do it scared, haul ass. Whole ass? Haul. I can see my captions not recording what I'm saying properly, and that's my bad. Can tell it's because of asymmetry colors. Probably. I do think that the amount of red is quite, how do I put this, cheap? It's huh. Let's see. Let's look at examples. You might be quite right. I must say that a lot of like the Arknights characters are very balanced in terms of colors. Like there is asymmetry, but it's not as blatantly in your face like this. Okay, we'll get there. Not gonna lie, this still looks like an Arknights character. Congrats, babes. Thank fuck. Thank fuck. Alright. Okay, that's 1 out of 2 votes. That's 1 out of 2 votes. I'm almost there. So remember how all of them have this like gradient to the bottom where it gets a little bit darker and then there's a lot more blacks applied. I'm gonna try that. Her legs are really kind of blackish, but I think some shading would do it good, like something like this. And then we can just bring out some of the colors to make it pop a little bit better. wow. Okay, just adding some shading over there. Overall. So let's see, without the multiply layer, boop, with the multiply layer, pop. Not bad. It definitely brings more attention to the top half of the character, and I think that's what we want. Yo, the flock. So sorry for my flock calling at the back. Okay. You would hate to be my neighbor. The army years for that commander. Focus on the feet for a little bit. Currently, this shading is where I want it to be. It's like a, if you guys can see on like the color wheel, it's like in the blue range. So I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna use that to work on the details. Girl almost fell into the gutter. What the fuck does that mean? Are you okay? You good? Gutter Ginya. It's too soon for you to head into the back rooms, Genya. Huh? Huh? Boo! Lame! Boo! Unk ass joke, bro. Unk ass joke. Everyone's booing you off the stage. Into the gutter you go. Oh my god. I hope you're okay though. What the hell? Do you trip? Are you walking and using your phone? Huh? I will name and shame anyone who walks outside in public and uses their phone. Because one, that's dangerous, two, that's annoying. The garter was probably in the way. I was looking at the phone and didn't realize I have half a foot almost in a hole. My bad, I'm watching you. Use me like a podcast, damn the hell. Guys, watch responsibly. I am not liable for any death or injuries. I have very little experience designing weapons, so I will need to go back and find the reference of that sword that my client sent me in a little bit. But for now, what I'm trying to do is just clean the handle up. Sorry, a tunnel vision to do it. I'm just like, I don't like the look of that. I think some things that need work is definitely this gold thing over here, so I'm gonna... There's a bit too much blue. Gonna redo that real quick. What I'm thinking is that maybe I can use like a textile pattern. On this? What do you think? If like, you know, those... Let me use another brush. It's... Is that too much? Let me just highlight in the scabbard first. The 3-layered scabbard. I don't know how this is gonna work. Hashtag reach work. See ya. Good luck with work. Gun bar. Wait, my bad. I wanted to angle the swords outwards. Forgot about that. Let's try to sculpt that shape of the sword inwards. Since I already have this here, let me just copy it, cut it out actually, paste it, hide that, and let me rotate it a bit. Something about the ribbon. I think the ribbon is the wrong color. Like, she wants it to be pink, or rather, she wants pink in the color scheme, but I don't really know how to make that work. Maybe it can be used in shading instead. I don't know. Okay, let's try to fix the ribbon color. I'm a little self-conscious when it comes to like the order of things that I focus on, because I tend to jump from detail to detail. I don't really have much of like a workflow per se on like where I start rendering first, where I start fixing first. And that's why notes like these help me tremendously to make sure that I don't miss out anything, because I tend to be quite distracted even though I'm locking in at the same time. I don't know. I had an art teacher who used to absolutely hate that about me. And she would actually mark me down. Just because I couldn't focus like painting one area. I would jump from like different sections of the painting to another. But I think there are merits to that, because I am painting everything like layer by layer. Or if I hyper focus on one area and get back to the other area, at least I know that like, okay, I need to work on the other area. It's not that bad. It's like, it's more of just like personal preference. It might look disorganized to someone who's watching, but to me it's like, it's just more natural of a flow. I think this looks so much better. Yabai ne. Yabai ne. Okay, you know what? I'll beg for forgiveness. I'll do it first and I'll beg for forgiveness later. Since we've reached this stage, and I'm quite happy with the colors I have right now, what I'm gonna do is that, since I do need a pink in there, I'm gonna try to see if there's any way I can soften some of the reds. Mayhaps in this method, I don't know. Don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm using like just a little bit of it's still vermilion, but you know, just add a little white to it. I think this was a lot better than this like neon-ish pink that I was trying to shoehorn in. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Let's check if I've missed anything so far. Let me pull out Twitch. Nope. All good. Anyway, hello Lumine, welcome. For anyone who's joining us a little bit later, this is an Arknights study stream. We study the art style of the characters in Arknights. Just wanted to drop by, say that your art is quite good. Have a good day. Thank you so much. It's very nice of you. Guys, do it scared. I'm doing this scared. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. We are getting somewhere. The lack of dimension on this part of the cloth is bothering me. Let me fill that in. I don't know how long this OST has been looping, and I'm only starting to just notice that it's been looping for quite a bit. Let's see, what do they do when they have like a cape behind? But this cape is darker on the front, so having an inside that's lighter makes sense. But what if it's lighter on the front? Would darker in the back make sense? Everyone's capes are black or brown. Oh, this one is a good reference. Huh. This just needs a bit more definition on top. I'm not fantastic with drapery, but I'll do my best. It's so... The ref that I'm looking at, it's so elegant actually. Wow. The way they did their shading for it. Maybe if I go for something softer, I don't use so much hard edges. So now I'm using like a airbrush, kind of. Let's soften out some edges. Give it a softer look, like what cloth should be like. Wow, the whites are so consistent too. I'm not very consistent with my whites. Like these are two different tones entirely. Like, let's use a warmer white. Let's replace this one. I'm not quite satisfied with this. And I just undid all the progress that I had. Let's try to paint and... Also, while going to the theaters yesterday, I realized that yes, I was mistaken. There are two new Spider-Mans. One is Spider-Man Noir, and there's another Tom Holland Spider-Man, which is Spider-Man brand new day? Question mark? Is that the name of it? I nearly forgot the existence of that one. It's been a while since I've seen a trailer. Excited? Quite excited. I've never missed a Spider-Man movie. I love Spider-Man, so... Can't wait to see Tom Holland without Zendaya. Yet again. By the way, I find them so cute together. Genuinely so cute together, but I feel so sad for Tom Holland because in all the shows that they have been currently in, he doesn't get to be with Zendaya. I wanted this to be like a medallion of sorts. Just trying to get like a bird figure. Any feathers? I will have to paint this out in detail later, as part of the reference sheet. Still a long way to go. I want to slowly go into the smaller details, but first let me change this color. Okay, it's bothering me a lot less. Let me go into the belt. Why is it like this? Is it? Oh. Sorry, there's a bit of transparency there. Couldn't really paint over it for some reason. Also, it's been a while since I've streamed Minecraft, and well, I'm not sure whether I have time to stream it anytime soon. I just have to report that there has been some really funny things that have been happening in the world recently. So while I was away in Japan for a month, I heard from Tapi and Tsukiri that there are some strange happenings with the world. So one of them being that some of the mobs that we have are now floating. For some reason, they're just levitating. And so in the past 2 days, I did try to update the server. I tried to see if anything can be done about it, and unfortunately it doesn't seem like there is anything that can be done about it. And it's so weird because like we haven't really touched the server in a while. On off, we will log in, maybe like build something small and then like log off, but I can't be sure. I can't think of a reason why there would have been like a change in the mobs or like the way they behave or why they're floating, you know, because there is no update. It doesn't auto update. So something maybe in the mod code maybe fucked up. I'm not sure. There's like a weird glitch. So now it's causing a bunch of the mobs to float. I must say, it's quite funny. Because if I do, they're kind of like helium balloons now. If I accidentally let them go outside where there's no ceiling, they just float into oblivion. I don't know how to feel about that. um, if anyone's experienced with like Minecraft mod packs and like may know a reason why, please let me know. I've been stumped, genuinely. I was like, oh, I guess, well, you know, we have to work around that now. Like, there's no way we can circumvent this. They just float. It's so funny. It's actually so funny. Popcorn. Oh. Wait, when did everything shift? The hell? To the moon, I guess. They were inspired by Artemis Tree. I must say, I went into like a little deep dive on like on planetary science and space exploration and stuff like that. I have been binge watching a bunch of videos, so now I'm very informed on Jupiter's moons, the Artemis 2 expedition, and a bunch of random stuff. I don't know, sudden hyperfixation for me. Oh, I think I moved the base by accident, so everything has like shifted a bit to the right. My bad, but it's fine. It's not that many layers. Okay, the goal is, by the end of this stream, I should be confident to send another draft in to the client to ask for her opinion on how the progress has been going. So let's make as much polish and additions to it as possible. I don't want to go too crazy with polish actually, because we're still in the midst of confirming if this is the direction that we want to go in with. She did say that she's quite pleased with the outfit at the moment, but that was with the sketch, like this sketch we had. There has been quite a bit of changes, but this is definitely more Arknights core. But yeah. What if I add a pattern to this part? I was thinking of making the face a little more subtle. So I want to wash out some details a little bit. Currently the features are quite strong, which is not the typical of an Arknights character. You can tell that a lot of them are, the main focus is on like the pupils of the eyes, but the rest of the features are actually quite washed out. So this is what I'm trying to mimic. Everything's softer. It's quite amazing that like across so many different artists, they still manage to maintain this kind of look. And I think it's probably like maybe it's a Chinese type of style. Like they train to mimic this kind of effect. It's very different from other cultures. But I know it's not like just a Chinese only kind of thing, but they like to use this style more often than not. No, give me a second. I need to charge my phone. There we go. The only parts that matter are just the pupils. Of course, this will be way more polished once things are more ironed out. Let's give her actually human ears, because I do know that there's a lot of the concepts actually they still have, the Liberi still have human ears. She's not technically not a Liberi, but you know what, whatever. gonna get rid of this golden part because it doesn't really make sense at the moment. Oh, I'm curious, yeah. Oh, idea? Huh. Guys, if anyone actually commissions me to make like a Genshin OC, I'm gonna freaking crash out. Like right after studying the Arknight style, you want me to do a Genshin OC, I'm actually gonna crash out. For the sake of my health, don't do that to me. If anyone out there, I'm praying, please do not. Have some mercy on my brain. Not very godlike, is he? I'm gonna go in with like a hard brush, maybe like an ink pen, and do some like detailing, like see if accessories will make it better. Needs more straps. Needs more straps. It's an Arknights character. You need to go a little bit of Tetsuya Nomura, add some straps. If you don't have the Kingdom Hearts core in there, it might not look that Arknights. I'm trying to avoid like the thigh straps because that's like the key character design in a lot of very lazy MiHoYo designs. So I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible because that would make it lean more towards another MiHoYo design, and I don't want that. It would piss me off. Also, the sky is getting dark. And it's only almost 2 p.m. I'll stop around 2:15-ish. We'll make it 3 hours. I'm gonna go take a break. Afterwards, everyone needs a study break, and then I'll probably have to do other work. Thank you for telling me to save my work. I have not saved it. Living life on the edge, guys. I'm gonna go in with like a bit of texture brushes. I'm gonna try to see how I can improve the eyes. How do they do the eyes? They're truly quite simple, actually, a lot of them. I tend to over focus on eyes. Because I used to do a lot of portrait work. subconsciously because it used to be the trend on Instagram. And I must say it was very bad practice actually. I didn't know better at a point of time. Oh, it's just slightly off. Huh. Yeah, but I didn't know better at a point of time. So I just kept drawing like portraits and portraits and portraits, and therefore it slowly just became like a habit to overfocus on just the eyes, because in portraits what your eyes are drawn to most of the time is the character's eyes. But in this case of a character design, typically you want to be able to draw a person's attention to more like key identifying details rather than just the eyes of an overall character. So it's quite important I don't get lost in the sauce and just like over render the eyes and just forget that the purpose is to not draw too much attention to the eyes. I think the eyelashes are a bit much. I think VTuber portraits are kind of similar in a sense to VTuber models are kind of similar in a sense to portraits, where a lot of the focus is on the face, the facial features. So it's quite fun to do VTuber models for me. Like I do like experimenting on like how hyper focused and how hyper detailed I can go without it looking too busy. The rest of the body is like subjective. You want to focus on the silhouette of the VTuber, and then you want to focus on the face. But then the rest of the design is typically like kind of subjective. You can have something absolutely like stupid in concept, but as long as the face is nice to look at, it's not too bad. Like there was one design that I laughed. It was good, but I laughed because it was this male VTuber entirely in like denim. It's like denim jacket, denim pants, and everything. But the face was beautiful. Like the face was actually beautiful. And most of the time you don't even see like the bottom half of the body, so you wouldn't know that he's wearing entirely denim. You would just think it's a denim jacket. You would never know that I am wearing jorts below the screen. You will never know that I'm just in my pajamas, in my cat print pajamas. Wait, am I actually? I am. I made it as a joke, but it turns out I am actually in my cat print pajamas, my bad. Bananas in pajamas. Coming down the stairs. Guys, our age is showing. Our age is showing. I fear that this is a this is how I know that we are roughly the same age. Oh dear. Let me try to get this. I'll paint one link. I want it to be like a chain. I'm gonna paint one link and then I'm gonna see how I will attach it. And then I'll duplicate it. I think that's the most time efficient. Yes, efficient is the word. I think that's the most efficient way to paint details of the scale. After this, I'm gonna get lunch. Should I cook lunch? Maybe I should cook lunch. Oh, in other news, I re-downloaded Destiny 2. I may or may not stream it. I don't know. I haven't played in ages. It's gonna be really embarrassing to get back into it because I do not know what I'm doing. But I used to play it back in like what, 2019, 2018. Before that, it was just as Destiny 2 released. And some of my friends, the original fire team, like literally like 5 of us have returned. Like the original 5 have returned. And the other night, like the few of them were actually going through one of the raids. And yeah, I'm excited to do it again. I can't believe it. It's the same bunch is back to play after we all got whisked away into FF14. We're back into Destiny 2 for just a little bit while it's still alive and kicking. For some context, the game is ending its service support. Bungie is at death's door, which is kind of sad, but at the same time, it's just like, ah man, what are we gonna do? So much wasted potential, but. I must say, Destiny 2 is my favorite mid-ass game. It feels a niche of mid. That I can't really explain why. I think it's just the feel of the game that's great. It's just the content and the way it's released. It's just so ass. They have great writers, great concept artists, but they don't really have good game designers, I must say. Gameplay designers, yes, but the way the story and stuff is implemented is kind of It could never figure out how to get content in properly. So while I may shit talk like the game a lot, I do dearly I do dearly love it. It's like an abusive ex that I can't get over. Well, it kind of works, right? Does this kind of works actually? Huh? Am I surprised? Kind of. Make sure it has the same gradient that we've been following. The blacks and the cool tones. I think it's kind of cool. Kind of cool? Yeah. Okay, layers of texture. Layer of dirt. I'll add that at the end. Dirt layer. I'll add it at the end once we're more finalized with like the design. But for now, what I want to try to do is to soften some of the shading on top. Maybe I use a screen instead. Change the canvas back to white. Sorry if it blinds you guys. I want to see how this looks. Oops. I'm gonna try to make the coat stand out a bit more. But I need to select the correct area first. Gonna manually do it. I don't need it to be super accurate. Disgusting. Ew, 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 it's about you. Yeah, this is not bad. Thinking, what else can I do at the moment? Let me try to bring out some pops of color here and there. Might be better. You know how the Sui siblings have like arms that are colored? Like the hands to the arms are all like they're not skin colored. They are different. How do you describe them? Let's see if I can find out where I pulled Dusk earlier. Let's see. Where's Dusk? Like is like her arm has this pattern on it, and all of them do. I was thinking if this character should have one like that too, but maybe for the feet. It's like a Faranmit thing. I don't know. Like it's a design choice by whoever first designed the Sui siblings. So maybe. I don't know. Talon-like feet, maybe? Is that too much? Oh, thanks this. Smart. Is that the end of my playlist? Seriously? Oh my god, exactly 3 hours. That's amazing. Alright, guys. I will take a break here. I will go for my lunch. May or may not turn up again tonight. We'll see. I will still be doing work, so I might decide to come on again, but we'll see. Tomorrow there'll be a Mecha Chameleon stream with some of the zoo and Ginya. First time playing for all of us, so you guys will get to see the shenanigans firsthand. And I will have another productivity stream on Thursday if nothing changes. Alright, I'll see you guys. Thanks for joining. Utsukaret, thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Have a nice day, everyone. Wahoo!